New Zealand are the lowest ranked nation on FIFA 23. And I feel bad for my brothers and sisters across the ditch. So today we're going to take New Zealand from being a minnow in world football to World Cup champions. Welcome to an international rebuild. So I have decided to take control of the Wellington Phoenix in the A-League. They are the only team from New Zealand in FIFA. And I want to make the Knicks a breeding ground for New Zealand talent. We're going to make them champions of the A-League, make them a dominant force, and also get New Zealand players all around the world turning into absolute weapons. So I'm literally going to transfer list every player that isn't from New Zealand and is playing at this club, no matter how good they may be. This might be one of the toughest challenges we're going to do this year. Let it begin. But of course, we have to actually accept the job offer and become the New Zealand manager, so we're going to do just that. And the thing is, there is not many players that are from New Zealand in the game. We only have 2 players, like 1.5 players of talent to choose from. The highest rated New Zealander is Chris Wood, but he's no spring chicken. We can't expect to win a World Cup with him as our star player. We're going to have to breed a whole new golden generation of New Zealand talent. We are going to sign the first player here. One of New Zealand's biggest wonder kids is Matthew Garbutt, and he's actually starting career mode off as a free agent. Little tip for any of you guys doing rebuilds of your own. He's available on a free from the get-go, and we're going to sign him up here to the Wellington Phoenix. I'm putting a lot of stakes next to Matthew Garbutt. Hopefully he can become New Zealand's star player. When he signed for Bayern Munich a few years ago, Sarpreet Singh looked like he could have been the savior of New Zealand football. His career has kind of stagnated since then, so we're going to bring him back to the Phoenix and give him a second chance at becoming a superstar. We have made another really exciting transfer here, and honestly, it's for another player that I'm putting a lot of faith into. It's Marko Stamenic, who we have signed from FC Copenhagen. I can also assure you guys that the clean out is well underway for players that are not from New Zealand. We honestly might come close to cleaning out the entire squad in this first transfer window. That is a kick to the nuts. Our youth academy, the default one, literally has no New Zealanders in this. What type of youth academy are we running here? I'm definitely going to change that soon. A really exciting signing here though, it is Elijah Just. We're bringing a lot of these New Zealanders back from Europe to New Zealand, but Elijah Just is going to join us. And immediately I'm going to try converting him here to a left midfield position. We're going to have our first loan move though. There are a few players that I'm interested in loaning, and one of them is Alex Paulsen. He's a young goalkeeper. We're going to send him to Portland. Right now, Ollie Sale is our best option for a goalkeeper, but Paulsen could be that guy down the line. But that is the opening transfer window in the books. Honestly, our team is arse at the moment, but we're thinking down the future. We're thinking 10, 15 years into the future, not how we go right now. We've got our first game in charge of New Zealand coming up here though. It's only an international friendly, but we're taking on Argentina. We're taking on the current World Cup champions. Oh, this is going to be a baptism of fire. Traveling away to Argentina, and we actually pick up a draw against them.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Sarpreet Singh and Ben Wayne getting the goals. That is hilarious. But I mean, they didn't have Messi in their starting 11, so does it really count? I really want to build up our youth academy though. We're going to go ahead here. We can afford to sign this scout, Taylor Harvey, the Australian scout. So we're going to go bring him in. And of course, we're going to be scouting New Zealand here, just trying to find anybody that is promising. All right, so here we are on the 1st of January. I found a couple of okay talents, nothing to write home about, but this Hugo Holland guy, I've converted him from a left back to a center back. We do not have any decent center backs in New Zealand football almost at this point, so I'm going to promote him and give him a lot of game time and hopefully throw him in the deep end and see if he can swim. But we have sold Scott Wootton here, another £480,000 to the transfer budget. Let's go see if we can bring in some more players, because right now, I know it's only early in the season, but we are not doing well in the A-League. Also, from a New Zealand perspective, we have only had international friendlies so far. And I mean, looking at the calendar, I can only see international friendlies for the whole rest of the year. And I think that is because we're the only team from Oceanic football that is in FIFA 23. So I think we get an automatic qualification into the World Cup, which is definitely a nice thing. It's definitely a privilege to have that, knowing we're going to be in the World Cup every time. But that won't matter. That benefit won't matter if we've got a crap team and we go and get grouped every World Cup. So we need to keep on top of our game and use the friendlies to our advantage. He was one of the heroes against Argentina. He's one of our best attacking young players, and Ben Waine is going to return to the Wellington Phoenix after a short stint at Plymouth Argyle. We've actually had a very good second half of the season. We made the finals of the A-League, scraping in over, oh, look at that, oh my god, 1 point separated 9th and 6th, and 1 result separated 4th to 9th, Brisbane to Melbourne City, but we sneak in. We take down Western United in the elimination finals, but lose to the Western Sydney Wanderers, who finally win an A-League. I mean, I'm a Western Sydney Wanderers fan. That's nice to see. Too bad we can't do it in real life. But I'm more interested in the growth and performances of some of our players. Ben Waine, 7 goals in 16 games is great, but Elijah he just had a great season.
Great banter.
8 goals, but plus 5 growth is what we're after. The lads are growing nicely. Ooh, Alex Paulson in his year at Portland went up plus 4. Is he our goalkeeper of the future? But after 1 year with the youth academy, this is what we have found. Nobody like insane, but all the 17-year-olds I'm going to promote to the senior team, because I can either put them into the starting 11, or if they're not ready for the starting 11, I can look to get them out on loan next year. In fact, I'm going to do it with the 16-year-olds as well. I just want to get all the lads firing. But this guy here, Jordan John, looks like he could be something special. But that is season number 1 done and dusted. Let's continue our growth for New Zealand football. I have thrown a lot of players onto the loan list here. My strategy, I want to bring a lot of New Zealand footballers into the world, because we saw how few options we had. So I'm just going to bring in so many New Zealanders, flood the database, flood New Zealand, flood world football. Just send a footballer here, send one there. Just send them every direction and see if the cream can rise to the crop. Oh, I just went on this mad rant and I just completely stuffed it. Cream, rise to the top. And we can actually afford to hire a 5-star scout as well. So I'm going to do just that. And again, I'm going to New Zealand. I'm going for 9 months and I'm going to see who we can get. I'm also going to check the free agents every year and see if we get any, like there's literally one regen. George Rose, the NRL player. And there it is, lads. We have stole Steven Ugarkovic to St. Mirren, meaning there is just one non-New Zealander in the club now. There it is, lads. We get our final non-Kiwi out of the club as the Polish striker Oscar Zawada is headed to Sheffield United. We are officially only New Zealanders. You love to see it. This is where it really gets fun. We are going to make our first and probably only signing of the season as we bring in Joe Bell here from Brøndby. We've actually managed to get so many of our players off on loan though. I'm excited to see what some of these young players can do when we send them on loan. And it's looking like another year of international friendlies galore for us here with the New Zealand team. Luckily though, the 2024 USA, Canada and Mexico World Cup is just around the corner. Oh, this guy could be good. Joshua Ball, I'm not sure what his overall is yet. Let's go check it out. 54 to 72, 74 to 94 potential. Sign this guy. Joshua Ball, 58 rated, but he's a centre back, which is desperately what we've needed. There are a few players here that we have uncovered that I'm definitely getting right in straight away. Joel Coles, I'm getting in. This dude here, I just scouted him this month. Jack Dale, right wing back, straight into the starting 11. And then we're going to get Jordan John, who we spoke about last year, promoting him to the senior team. I'm a dumbass. Where did I get it in my head that the World Cup was happening in 2024? I don't know why I thought that, but it's the Euros this year. We've got, at least we're going to be stronger for the 2026 World Cup because we've got an extra 2 years to develop. But here we are at the end of the second season with Wellington Phoenix. We have made the playoffs again, but we're going to have to go through the elimination finals. Western Sydney, top of the league. We are through the first week of the playoffs. Semi-finals, we take down Melbourne Victory. We're playing Adelaide United in the A-League final, which we win. We have won the A-League trophy with the Wellington Phoenix. We're going to be playing Asian Champions League next year. I am excited to see what our team is looking like. Some nice growth there for Carter Glover. I mean, with a name like that, you have to be a goalkeeper. Elijah Just continues to step up. Good first year for Joe Bell. A lot of +3s for our starters, but anybody? Whoa! Steele went up +7. Randall went up +7. We've got some attacking midfielders doing bits here. Jordan John up to a 63. It's all looking good. Wayne up to a 73. So far, so good for New Zealand football. But we will be saying goodbye to Costa Barbarouses, who is retiring at the end of the season. Found ourselves a young prospect here playing at the Philadelphia Union. It is Owen Whitaker. who's going to be joining us here on a permanent deal, £1.2 million. Excited to see what this kid could be. We're also going to pick ourselves up a free agent Kiwi here, Isaac Farmer, another centre half. Really finding a lot of centre half switches. Probably a good thing because we don't have many good centre halves in New Zealand football, but he's going to join us as well. I really want to euthanize our... Wait, no, that's not the right word. I really want to turn our side youthful. I don't want to kill our side. Which is why we're going to sell players like Tim Payne, 30 years of age, players that might be Kiwi, but really don't have that much upside to them. You know, players like Clayton Lewis that are 27 or above, and we can just go get money for them now, and it's going to give us another spot to develop a young player. But we have made a pretty big call here. I have decided personally that I think Paulson is the man for the long-term future. So we're going to sell Ollie Sale to Cremonense in the Italian league and give Paulson the opportunity to become our starting keeper. And again, I'm not going to bring it up every single transfer window, but I am going to be loaning out a lot of players, trying to loan out essentially half our squad here so that everybody we want to grow is getting an opportunity to grow. And the last player to part in the club on a permanent transfer this window is going to be Alex Rufa, who is off to the K-League. Just a little thing I wanted to point out as we select our squad for yet another international friendly, the national pool. The pages have gone from 2 pages to 6 pages within 3 years, where we're populating New Zealand football, and I'm proud for that personally. But lads, if you are enjoying this international rebuild and you aren't already subscribed, make sure you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. Over half of you watching the video right now are not subscribed, so if you aren't, help us as we close in on 500,000 subscribers. We have well and truly created a dynasty here at the Wellington Phoenix, back-to-back A-League champions. Ben Wayne has bagged himself 29 goals, just is growing brilliantly as well. And with a World Cup just 12 months away, I'm feeling pretty confident about the direction of New Zealand football. Paulson up to a 71. Do we have it? Oh my God, this Booth guy. I mean, he started off at a 50. He's gone up plus 12. Plus 4 there for Joel Coles. Dale looks like he's going to be our new starting right back next year. A bunch of attacking midfielders getting some quality growth in here. Oh, Randall up to a 70. You love to see it. This is what we want, lads. This is all going to plan. And our youth academy has officially been cleaned out for another season. T-minus 1 year until the World Cup. Bring it on. I think this guy might be the regen of Chris Wood, but we're going to sign Thomas Dean here from Blackburn Rovers. Looks like the second best striker prospect in New Zealand football at the moment behind Ben Wayne. Let's make him a Knicks player. One thing I have identified in the pipeline, a potential future problem down the line, is that we really do not have many like pure center midfielders coming up. We've got Stamenic and we've got Bell, and besides that, there's nobody really else there. So I think if I do Playmaker, that will hopefully find us some center midfielders for the future. I really want us to let Dale have an opportunity to make the right wing back spot his own. So we're going to sell Callan Elliott here, let him go off and do his own thing. And if he develops into an even better player, that's fine by me, but we're going to send him to Preston. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ahead of the World Cup, our first ever World Cup, we are submitting our squad. And this is what we're going for. This is a lot better than the squad we had when we started off a few years ago. Genuinely so curious to see how we go in this North American World Cup. We've made it. What's that? 3 or 4 A-League titles in a row. 3 A-League titles in a row with the Wellington Phoenix.
And that completes a wonderful hat-trick.
And we went undefeated in our Asian Champions League group. We're versing Al Fire in the quarterfinals. We could win in Asia. We could complete a Wellington Phoenix rebuild unintentionally. Well, we've got a really tough group here for the 2026 World Cup. Portugal, Austria, Wales. No easy games in this one. It would be a minor miracle if we won the World Cup here with New Zealand, but we're going to give it a go. We've got Austria for our first World Cup game. Can we get a result here in the group stages? It is a draw, despite getting absolutely dominated in the shots and possession department. This is the toughest game of our group stage, and we need a result out of this one. If we don't get a draw or a win here, it's going to be so much harder, and it's going to come down to the game against Wales. But Portugal have got an insane team, man. I am not confident about this, and that's for good reason. We have been absolutely humbled here, and we're at real danger now of getting grouped. So for us to get through to the next round, we've got to hope that Portugal absolutely thump Austria and we get a win here against Wales. A draw won't be good enough. We need a win, and we need it to be pretty good to deal with goal differential. It's definitely not an impossible task, but it's not going to be easy. Let's see how we go against Wales. It is a draw. We have been grouped here in the 2026 World Cup. That hurts. Portugal ended up beating Austria 2-1, so we would have had to get a big win there to even get through. Things have gone great in terms of the Wellington Phoenix, but the World Cup was a massive letdown. We now turn our attention, though, to the 2030 World Cup. I'm throwing a massive spanner in the works, lads. We've got our minds set to 2030, the World Cup, so why not get rid of the players that are going to be able to rely on their own devices? I want to develop the next generation. Players like Stamenic, Just, even Wayne and Singh, they're at the point where their future is just about decided. Let's go and get a young core of players so that we have options in 4 years' time. And the first man out of the Knicks is going to be Sarpreet Singh. He's off to Norwich City. Ben Waine has broken the record for the biggest transfer departure fee in A-League history. Ben Waine is heading to Blackburn for £50 million. And we've got Matthew Garbett heading to Rayo Vallecano. I'm really interested to see if he can continue heading in the right direction. Not gonna lie, when Charlotte FC came in with this transfer offer, I was definitely a little bit surprised, but it's £25.9 million to send Elijah Just to the MLS. What I'm about to show you, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna blow your mind, because when I just saw this, I almost had a heart attack. Norway have won the World Cup. Ødegaard and Haaland stepping up and delivering Norway the World Cup here. FIFA going mad. England lost to Mexico, so it went Norway, Belgium, Mexico, England. What a wild Final Four that is. It is an absolute honor to sell Marko Stamenic to the mighty Fulham FC. It also hurts because we have £124 million in our budget right now, and there's nobody insane for us to spend that on. The left back Sam Sutton is the latest player out, though, off to Norway, I believe that is. And finally, we get the last player that I've been trying to sell out of the club. It is the centre midfielder Joe Bell off to Bournemouth. But this is how our starting 11 now looks after getting rid of a lot of the key players to begin with. I really want to develop this next generation so that every 4 years we have a new wave of just insane players coming through. But can the new group get us an Asian Champions League to add to the trophy cabinet? And will our run, our dynasty in the A-League continue? We've gone out on penalties to FC Seoul in the semi-finals. That one hurts, lads. That one hurts. Make it 4 in a row. The young kids, the new crop, the new generation continue the legacy of those before them. We take down Melbourne City to win our 4th successive A-League title, which is brilliant. Thomas Dean quickly emerging to be another superstar striker option for us, which is brilliant to see. Teddy Steele with a great year as well. Randall, we are putting something together quite brilliantly in New Zealand football, if I say so. I'm going to let more players, I'm not afraid to let players go now and go be free agents if I don't think they're going to do anything. So Hughes and Kuranarate are all heading off. There's not many free agent regens coming through out of New Zealand football, but we have found one that looks okay. Someone we're going to sign, we're going to try loaning out, and we're going to hopefully see if he can become somebody. Rory Bourne, welcome. But we're continuing to spend seasons scouting New Zealand, trying to find the best of the best now and get them into world football and into the Wellington Phoenix. Also, just a quick little update as to how this New Zealand side is looking, and it is clear that selling some of the star players that we had in our team worked out brilliantly because they have exploded in overall over the past year. Ben Waine, 90 rated, Garbett, 88, Stamenic, 88, even Just is up to an 84. Unfortunately, we can't say the same about Bell and Sarpreet Singh, but some of these guys are some of the best in the world now, and that has me very excited for 2030. And the current crop that we are developing has me very excited for 2034 and 2038. I want New Zealand football to be good for the next 100 years, not just the next 4. But I'm also going to continue selling players that I don't think are going to get game time in our starting 11 and seeing how they can go. Like I said, it just comes back to the same point where I want to flood the world with New Zealand talent. Just throw as many players out there as we can and see who is the best. Oh my God. The dynasty is over. We lost to Brisbane in the semi-finals. Sydney F... Oh, that's the worst possible result. Sydney FC winning an A-League, goddammit.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
But our team continues to develop in nice ways. I've brought in a whole new batch of talent from players that we hadn't even heard of from our youth academy and all around. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue improving this squad and trying to bring up youngsters behind the scenes. If anything crazy happens, I will clue you guys in. But if not, we're going to go straight to the 2030 World Cup because we're currently in 2028-29. Let's go see what we're looking like for the 2030 World Cup. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the 2030 World Cup. We are almost 9 seasons into this experiment with New Zealand. Let's go check out the team we have for the All Whites. And you know what? Things are looking good. We definitely have some areas where we're stronger than others, but our attack is insane. Dean and Wayne, Garbett up to an 88, Stamanic to an 88, just hanging at an 84, Liberato Kakache an 84. This could be an interesting World Cup, but who is in our group? We're in the group of death. We're in the group of death. We've got 4th place and 2nd place from the last World Cup. England and Belgium alongside Northern Ireland. This is going to be tough, lads. This is going to be extremely tough. I mean, you could argue this group's this is going to be tough, man. This World Cup is wild. You are kidding me. Australia have got France and Denmark in their group again. Australia had France and Denmark at the Qatar World Cup and the Russia World Cup. What is going on?
I don't know. I think that's a bit dodgy, mate.
First game here is against Belgium. We need to come out of the gates firing. Belgium have a nice team, that is for sure. First leg, or first game of the World Cup here in 2030, and it is a 1-1 draw. Dean gets us an equalizer. We need a win though, lads. I don't want to get grouped for the 2nd straight World Cup. It is not ideal having England for the 2nd game. I was really hoping we had Northern Ireland. They've got Foden. They've got Bellingham. Their team is in the peak of their careers. And the scoreline is another 1-1 draw. Oh, these draws. We're undefeated, but we might not even make it through. So this is how the group is looking at the moment ahead of the final day of Group C. We're playing Northern Ireland. We need a win. We need Belgium to beat England at number 1, but we need to get a win or a draw for ourselves. This is terrifying. Northern Ireland, the final game. I don't recognize any of their players, but here we go. Come on, New Zealand. Come on, New Zealand. We win comfortably, but have we done enough? We have. England drew with Belgium, so we are heading through to the next stage of the World Cup alongside Belgium. We go undefeated, 1 win, 2 draws, 0 losses. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the round of 16, and it is not an easy draw. We have got Argentina. Meanwhile, Belgium got Sweden, who they took down 1-0. France beat Brazil 4-0. Oh my God. Round of 16 time, ladies and gentlemen. Garnacho is going to be in his prime. Almada's going to be in his prime. This Argentina side is going to be unbloody believable, but it's Randall. Randall in the 80th. We play... Oh my God, we got a red card in the 15th minute. Just got a straight red. We play 75 minutes with 10 men. And Randall sends us to the quarterfinals in the 89th minute of the World Cup. Are you kidding me? But we're going to be versing the United States of America in the quarterfinals.
Fight and win!
And we're going to have to do it without Just. Lord, give me strength. Here we go, lads. Quarterfinal time. Taking on the United States of America. They have got so much promise in real life, the USA. It's the country I currently live in. But we have to try taking them down. Jesus Ferreira, Aronson, Pulisic, Reyna. This is a huge one, lads. Without Just. We do it! Come on, Randall. Randall's the man. Randall's the man. Everybody pass it on. Randall's the man. Randall sends us through to a World Cup semi-final. But again, we're without a star player as Stamanic gets a 2nd yellow card. and gets himself red carded. Are we ever going to have a full strength starting 11? But we're going to be facing either Germany, Spain, or Norway. And here it is, Norway trying to go back to back in the World Cup. They're trying to win their second World Cup in a row. But we face them to face Spain, hopefully in the final. No Stamenic is a massive, massive blow. Phillips is coming in. This team is unreal for Norway. They got Haaland, they got Ødegaard, they got Schilderup, Nusa. Oh my god. Here we go, lads. For a spot in a World Cup final with New Zealand. We do it! It's Dean! Oh, we're through to a World Cup final. Wayne is going to score a brace. Haaland scores for them. But we are headed to the 2030 World Cup final to face Spain. It is Spain versus New Zealand. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. We are versing Spain. Our captain Stamenic is back. Can we win a World Cup with the worst team, the worst national team in FIFA? Let's get into it. It has been 9 years since we took control of New Zealand football, but now we have an opportunity to revolutionize the sport in the Southern Hemisphere forever. Good run down the left there. Is he offside? He's not! It's Kakache! Nope. Oh, what a save from Simon. But we know now that we can unlock them by having overlapping runs. Randall, the man to take this corner here. Randall's going to swing it in. Dean can't get to it. It's going to be Garbett who's going to go there, and it's going to get blocked. Randall trying to skill his way through. Randall trying to drive. Holding it up nicely there. Going through. Come on, we're flooded it here, lads. Randall's trying to pace his way through. He gets it on the line. Well won. Oh, just. Oh, what a save. Oh, he's offside, though. Oh, no. What's that? Defending Jared. What a save from Paulson. That could have been dangerous, though, because we were off our line. Pedro to take the corner here for the Spanish. Can we get that one away? We do. Trying to defend. They're passing us to death, and they forced another good save out of Paulson. Long shot. Another save, Paulson. Oh, we got lucky. I thought they were about to get the follow-up there. Oh, that's fallen to us brilliantly. That was a bad pass by me, but the deflection and the pace of Garbett means we have an opportunity for a sweaty goal in the World Cup final. It's Ben Wayne on the counter-attack. We're so fast, and we are in the lead here in the World Cup final. Oh, God, I can see that opening up for them. I'm going to try covering the angle here. I almost slid in. Oh, God. Oh, God, no! I'm an idiot.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Oh, I'm an idiot. That's all I can say. I'm an idiot. I tried to get cutesy and play it around the back. And Spain put the press on us. I should have just cleared it. I should have gone back to what I was taught when I was 7 years old as a football player. When in doubt, clear it out. Oh, that is terrible, Jared. Why did I try to be cutesy? And why did I pass it across the face? Oh, that is a brain fade if I've ever seen one. Kakache played down the line here. Great ball here to Just. Ball roll. Nicely held up there. Dean. Oh, Dean with a flick up. Wayne. Oh, what is that, Jared? We've gone behind. We've stayed in the change rooms. We haven't woken up. And Spain have taken the lead here in the World Cup final. This is disgraceful. Oh, Wayne. Those skills. How was the move to evade the defender? And just like that, we've tied things up. That defender has been sent to the shops, and I can tell ya, he ain't coming back. Now, that is actually sensational. The ball roll. You reach, I teach. Just trying to defend the area. Good win there from Stamenic. That's why he's the captain. Defend it, lads. Barrera. Trying to defend the area. They lay that one off. They go for the shot, and that's a good save from Paulson. Oh, God, they're playing the press. Come on. Last minute of the game. They've played the press, which has given us an opportunity. Dale. The right back. Ball in. Oh, headed away. Oh, I thought we were going to get another bite of the cherry, but we're off to extra time in the World Cup final. That's a great ball from them. What a save, Paulson. No, just clear it. Holy. I thought we were going to do the exact same thing we did in the first, in the whatever half it was. I'm not going to lie, lads. My hands are sweaty right now. I am nervous.
Starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean?
Spain have been choking us here in this extra time period. Can't even make a pass. Get to it, please, Holland. Holland. Oh, what a tackle from Holland. Somebody, please. Feed it. Wayne. Wayne's in behind. Holy shit. Wayne! Are you fucking kidding me? The 120th minute of a World Cup final. Ben Wayne is gonna win New Zealand the World Cup. Oh my God. Oh my God. And that comes down to Holland. Holland, you beautiful man. The slide tackle at the other end stopped Spain's opportunity and unleashed the counter attack for us. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're going to win the World Cup in the 120th minute with New Zealand. Holy crap. I'm not even going to hold the controller because the referee's going to blow the full-time whistle. Ladies and gentlemen, New Zealand, the lowest rated national team on FIFA 23, are currently and officially world champions, World Cup winners. And Wayne got a hat-trick. Wayne got a hat-trick. Are you kidding me? It took us almost a decade, ladies and gentlemen, but we have made New Zealand World Cup winners. Lads, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.